Hello everybody and welcome to Higurashi GO episode 10. Double digits, we've hit it. Anime review, leave that in, it's fine. Yeah, this episode, I don't have jokes. I don't really have jokes for this episode. Things get very serious starting now, which is, you know? One thing I will say, forgot about the stuff with Oishi. Did that happen in the original specifically? What was the nickname? He gave him a nickname, did Irie. That felt new. Everything else is sort of treading similar ground. Looking forward to seeing how this differs, because obviously there was the bit at the start, which we'll get to, which implied to me that we are going to be taking a different route somewhere along the way. But yeah, no. This story is very. I mean, they're all serious. Let's be real. But this one, it hits you in the real because most of it could happen, and it's like, it hits you in that delicate spot where it's like, yeah, you don't point that out, but stop it, Anyway, though, let's crack on with the episode, see how everything went down, and do this thing. We open up on a dream sequence. Keiichi is wrecking, what's his name, Teppei, Satoko's uncle, knocks him off a motorbike, jumps on him like Spider-Man and hits him, beats him to death with a bat, basically. So yeah, that's a thing. Keiichi is, again, remembering previous timelines, it seems, so that's... Presumably that means that this isn't going to happen in this timeline, so the ending would be different. That's sort of what I'm implying from that. It was a dream, though, as I said. He tells Reina, he's like, man, I was late because I had this dream about Satoko, and I'm like, bruh, phrasing, you're going to get yourself arrested. They made it to class on time just about. Rika and Satoko, though, did not. They are nowhere to be seen. Rika shows up late and is a bit mellow. We'll go mellow. She says that Satoko might be a bit late, and Keiichi's like, what's up? And Rika just doesn't give him nothing. Gives him nothing to work with. In my head, this is both because of, what's happened to Satoko, but also because Rika, she messed up twice that we've seen already. Caused bad endings, but she's probably just thinking, okay, how on earth can I... Maybe she's not saying anything until she knows how to fix it, so to speak. Maybe. Could be wrong, though. That's just my uneducated guess. At lunchtime, Keiichi gets approached by Oishi, who's just chilling about. He wants to talk to Satoko, but Keiichi is being, to be honest, very uncooperative. He could have just said, no, she's not here, but Oishi, not trustworthy, it turns out. He asks some other nearby girls, and they're like, yeah, Satoko's not here, that guy's name is Keiichi. And it's like, do you not know loyalty? I thought you all had each other's backs. But no, you sell out Keiichi just like that. He threatens, warns Keiichi, hey, you don't want to make no enemies, son. He's like squeezing his shoulder, and then, thankfully, Keiichi does get rescued by Irie. He's like, hey, stop that, alright? And then he's like, I'm going to come to your clinic later. And he's like, you better bring a warrant, otherwise I'm not talking to you. So, fair enough. I mean, Irie, stuff he was saying last week, I think Oishi has good cause to arrest that man. But he helped out our boy Keiichi. So, for now, I was going to say let's leave him on the streets. Let's not do that. In context, it makes more sense, I promise. Irie sees to Keiichi's arm, no visible wounds because he's good at this, is old Oishi. Words are hard, guys. Oishi, turns out, has bothered Satoko in the past. We find out about that in a minute. Irie tells him about their past, basically, Satoko and Satoshi, and about how the aunt and the uncle are kind of dicks. I mean, that's putting it mildly. They're horrendous human beings, I think is a better way of putting it. But then the aunt got killed last year? I think it was last year, on Watanagiashi, and then the uncle ran away because Oyashiro-sama's curse. That's bad, basically. Immediately after that, Oishi bothered Satoko about it because, hey, your people got deaded, basically, and I guess her parents were deaded as well, I'm pretty sure. And then he also says Oishi is Oyashiro-sama's familiar, is how he's known. Now, I don't remember any of that from the original, the Oyashiro-sama familiar bit, so that might be new. But is it a red herring? I don't feel like it's very important. So it's either I've forgotten it from the original, it was so unimportant, or it's new, and it might be a red herring. Maybe? Who knows, though. The only other thing to that I want to know is because he didn't leave a mark on Keiichi. Maybe that's going to come into play, because maybe that's how Satoko doesn't have any marks on her from being beaten, because Teppei is also went to the same school as Oishi and knows his wounding without, visible injuries trick or something. I don't know, again, probably me looking way too deep into it, but what can you say? Again, at lunch, I think it was at lunch, Rika is being, secretive, not telling them anything. He turns to Mion, he's like, Mion, you've been acting weird too, out with it. And obviously Mion can't refuse Keiichi because, Doki Doki and all that. She tells him that Satoko's uncle, Teppei, is back in town. Satoko then shows up to school for lunch, very late, and boy, it hurts to see. She's completely drained of life, she's just lethargic, doesn't want to do nothing. She doesn't even stay for game time. It turns out she has to go home and, buy beer for her uncle or something. Keiichi then tells Rika, alright Rika, tell me, we're all friends, tell me what's going on. A bit of forcefulness in it as well though. It's like, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you to tell me what's happening. And she does. So Satoko came home late last night, and when she did, it was just to get her stuff because she's going to be living with the uncle, and Rika's all like, oh no, that's not good. This time, however, key difference between last time they were living with him and this time, Satoshi's not there, so I guess it's all going to fall on Satoko, and that's not good for her. It's already been reported to the child police. What are they called? The child protection services. Already been reported in the past when the last year incident. Nothing came of it, and obviously because nothing came of it, but they've been reported, that angered the aunt and the uncle, and the beating got worse. So no easy answer to this one, which is very. The next day, Rika is late again and tells the teacher in a side room, I guess the teacher's office maybe. She's the only teacher though, or there's the other guy as well, the head teacher. Tells the teacher, hey, the uncle is back. The others, the rest of the gang, they were listening in and are like, we gotta help you out. And she's like, no, I'm gonna go to their house after school and see what's up. This is Teach, this is. So leave it to me. And then eventually they were like, okay, we'll leave it to Teach. She does go to see them after school, and I'm pretty sure like Teppei's first words are like, what do you want, bitch? Or something like that. And it's like, oh, okay, if that was me, I'd be like, okay, that's a great way to greet a guest. Like, what if they were bringing you a parcel or something? Who knows? Uncle says Satoko caught a cold, which is why she's not been at school. Obviously doesn't let Miss Chie? It's spelled Chie, but it might be Chi, I don't know. Doesn't let her in. At school, they were waiting for her to get back, which is mighty dedication. When I was at school, I would never stay behind for anything, even if I had to. I was like, nope, getting home. They're not happy she didn't get to see her. Teacher did what teacher does best, which is nutting. Apologies, not nutting as in, nothing, but with an accent. Probably should, let's just ignore that. Let's just ignore that. They're going to call child services is the outcome of that. God, please. I know it's December. We calm it down, guys. Calm it down. So Child Protection Services does what Child Protection Services does and calls them and says, hey, we'll keep an eye on them, basically. Which is code for like, stop bothering us. We're not going to do anything. In this case, anyway, basically. Satoko shows up to school, though, today, and she's real chipper and happy and everything, and it's painful, isn't it? Because it's like, it's different. It is chipper, but it's like forced chipperness. We can all see it. I can see it. You can see it. We can all see it. It's really acting like there's no problem. She's like, oh, you guys calling the Child Protection Services, that was such a pain. I remember that part from the original, exactly. Rika tells Keiichi, here's why this is a problem, my dude. Before, Satoko called Child Protection Services on her dad, her real dad, I think they said. And, it was false, so now they don't really trust her, so now every time something comes in, they're skeptical and don't believe so much. That's why we're going through all these extra hoops, which is just like, couldn't past Satoko be a little bit more considerate for future Satoko? This is, if anything, this is a good lesson. Never falsely call those people because, hey, when you need it, it's like Boy Who Cried Wolf, right, basically. At lunch, they're all doing fine. Everyone's having their normal selves. They're all eating their food. It's sort of like a mirror to a scene from, was it last week? An earlier scene where they were all eating lunch. I think it was last week. That would make sense. Keiichi then, again, in relation to last week, went for the head pats, which we saw a lot of last week. And this time though, Satoko, wabam, smacks the hand away. No headbats for you, Keiichi. But no, she proper freaks out. There's puke. It's a bit grim, and she's has, I guess, some sort of panic attack, because presumably when her uncle brought his hand near her head, he wasn't doing head pats. Maybe he was. Maybe they were very forceful head pats. Joke aside, because I gotta try and make this funny. It's not, but I'll do my best. Yeah, it's not good. A lot of Gomen Nasai going on. A lot of Nini save me please. I refuse to use the subtitle that they gave it. It's Nini and it always will be. But yeah, and everyone's just kind of like, okay, this is more serious than we thought already. It's been 2 days and this has happened. So yeah, we probably need to do something about this, and we're going to do that in the next 2 episodes probably. The way this is going. Which, come on, Keiichi and friends, you can do it. Forget how... I mean, no, I was going to say I forget how they deal with it in the original. No, I don't, because this episode reminded me at the beginning. So, I don't know how they're going to deal with it this time. Rika still hasn't really interfered, so to speak, to change direction in this arc, so who knows how she's going to change it, or maybe she's going to get Keiichi to do something else. I don't really know, but I look forward to finding out. That was the end of the episode. A lot of stuff went down. Satoko cried a lot, like a lot. There was a lot of crying, but yeah. Thank you. I got to do my favorite part. What do I do my favorite part for this episode? Because if I say anything favorite, it makes me look bad. You know what? We'll think about it. So I thought about it, and keep in mind when I say favorite part, that doesn't mean I think this is a good thing. Obviously, right? Obviously. So yeah, it's the bit when Satoko freaks out at the end. Just her facade breaks. Just also because it made the head pats relevant to the story, because I brought them up a lot last week, and it's like, oh yeah, it's a plot point. The head pats, gotcha. But no, it's a horrible thing. But it's like everyone is immediately like, okay, this is serious. We got to deal with this, and I like the urgency it brought about, basically. And also, she was screaming for Nini. Well, real Nini's not there, but backup Nini. That's Keiichi. Keiichi is backup Nini. He'll help you out, bro, sis. Sis works, we'll go with that. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe and stuff and all that other good stuff. Comment what you think's going to happen. If I missed anything else that was slightly different, apologies, but if you saw it and I didn't, let me know. I'd love to see it. I'll see you next week for another episode of this. Take care and bye, guys.